After months of a bitter standoff, the tanks and troops at LAC in India's Ladakh region are retracting. Both India and China, after several rounds of diplomatic and military talks, have called it peace along the Pangong Lake. Talks are underway to also disengage from the other points of confrontation. While Chinese Army PLA, which has been accused of bullying its neighbours, failed in browbeating its Indian counterparts, Beijing's trade and diplomatic defeats, coupled with bad press, have compelled it to withdraw from high altitudes where its intrusive campaigns have only proven to be futile and counterproductive.
This video released by Indian Army shows a systematic disengagement being carried out by Chinese PLA and Indian Army in the barren mountains of Ladakh, where the Pangong Lake is located. The breakthrough was achieved after 10 months of a bitter standoff that had escalated to a primitive-style fistfight between two sides in June, killing 20 Indian soldiers and an unspecified number of Chinese troops. As per the agreement, the Chinese troops who had intruded to the Indian side of LAC at Finger 4 are to retreat to east of Finger 8. Indian troops will be based at their permanent base near Finger 3. New Delhi's endeavours have been to promote and restore peace and tranquility at the border, and it followed a sustained exercise of dialogue to reach the agreement.
सभापति महोदय, फ्रिक्शन क्षेत्रों में डिसएंगेजमेंट के लिए भारत का यह मत है कि 2020 की फॉरवर्ड डिप्लॉयमेंट जो एक दूसरे के बहुत नजदीक हैं वे दूर हो जाएं और दोनों सेनाएं वापस अपनी अपनी स्थायी या मान्य चौकियों पर वापस लौट जाएं।
Several international observers who have closely followed the Chinese expansionist designs in the past say that people might call it a mutual agreement, but Beijing has suffered a defeat of a sort as India did not cow down even to its intense pressure and in fact gave it back whenever China transgressed. And it was after Beijing realized that India, unlike other small and less powerful nations, will not back down until they alter their bullish stance. India has mobilized thousands of troops and heavy artillery in the region, realizing diabolic geopolitical ambitions of China. It also carried out a series of missile tests to keep itself prepared for further escalation. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, while addressing his parliament members, said that not an inch of the territory was conceded to Chinese.
बातचीत के लिए हमारी स्ट्रेटजी तथा अप्रोच माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के इस दिशा निर्देश पर आधारित है कि हम अपनी 1 इंच जमीन भी किसी और को नहीं लेने देंगे। हमारे दृढ़ संकल्प का ही यह फल है कि हम समझौते की स्थिति पर पहुंच गए हैं।
Last year, China had stepped up its intrusive exercise in a bid to divert the global attention following the outbreak of the deadly pandemic, which had its root back in the Chinese mainland. However, India's swift response, both militarily and diplomatically, foiled its plans. New Delhi also banned a number of Chinese applications, rendering its private players who have been in cahoots with the government a major financial blow. Beijing also registered a trade loss following a section of Indian market boycotted Chinese products. Relocation of businesses out of China owing to alleged Chinese complicity in the spread of the coronavirus added to the woes. China has also been rattled by the applause India has received following its expeditious supply of safe and effective COVID vaccines across the continents. So past 1 year has just been of defeats, and that too of colossal defeats for Chinese. On the other side, India has shown the world it has not just been advocating peace and harmony, but has been walking the talk whenever there was a need to. In such a pro-India global sentiment and scenario coupled with assertive and equipped Indian forces, China didn't have many options available. It had to backtrack, and it did.